intro vid.
Oh, let's do that. Do a little.
There's mentions of mineral.
All right, let's do one of these and see if we can do one of these.
This is yeah.
All right,
Dickel, aka mineral magic.
Hello! Welcome to the Barrel Buddies. I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm back!
Yeah, hey, look, we can touch him. We can touch. He's here.
Apologies for our late start tonight, folks. We have new tech. We have everybody back together. We have just craziness.
I wish I had a song. I do. We're back together. The Barrel Buddies are back again. We're back together. I'm BJ, and welcome back to your weekly whiskey, wine, and everything barrel-aged podcast, vidcast, blog, and vlog.
Vlog.
What's a blog? Vlog.
How?
Vlog.
Anyway,
Vlog.
Dickel.
Dickel.
Back in the saddle with a big old Dickel.
With a big old
9
Dickel.
year.
Oh,
We
it's
have
a 9. A 9 Dickel.
I heard the ladies like a 9.
Listen.
Yeah.
This is a adult-friendly show.
Yes, it is. You are absolutely right.
And we
That's
have
right.
sponsors
The
to
Divine
these.
9.
That's all I'm
That's what they
saying.
call it.
Don't. Anyway, finally,
Fine by 9.
the group is back together. We have for you tonight.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We have a great show.
Yeah, it's a
continuing.
Dickel show.
We're continuing the Dickel lineup. What did we start with?
Are we finishing up with the Dickel?
No.
Or is there
One
more Dickel?
We have one more after this.
God, it's just
we
like
had recipe 9.
you take so much Dickel, and just when you think you can't take any more, here comes more down the throat.
More
Jesus.
Dickel.
We had recipe
This
9.
Continuation
We
of
had recipe 12. We had
The bottled and bond.
Bottled and
13
bond.
bond. And now we have a single barrel select 9 year.
9.
So we took a little break. What did we do in that break? We did some fun stuff in the break. We did the Zachariah Harris.
Zachariah Harris, which
Muy
you
bien.
will have after the show and be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, it's
Or
very,
maybe
very
We'll let
surprised.
you have it after we wrap up this
Yeah,
review.
we'll wrap up.
Have an after show.
We did the Dorleys XO. I hope you all enjoyed the rum
Dorleys.
show.
The
The
rum show.
Dorleys.
Delicious.
And then we had Zach and I
Apple
circled
brandy.
with Laird's apple brandy
Yeah.
last week.
Okay.
It was pretty good.
I gotta
Yeah.
be honest. I was on the cruise ship. We were sitting down at dinner, and all of a sudden, like we were at this great French restaurant having a great fancy meal, and I went, "Oh, Barrel Buddies are on. Get the phones out."
Yeah.
And we tuned in for a couple of minutes.
Were you able to pair Laird's with your meal as well, or no?
No.
Laird's was not available on the cruise ship.
Laird's was not available.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just get into the chat. Shelly, welcome. Top Feed, welcome.
Tuffy
Some
Coco.
regulars.
Some OGs.
Let us know if you're having a beverage tonight. That'd be great. Ooh, quite the pop there.
I will say this: all of the Dickel bottles have a great pop. They've got
Natural, real
natural
cork.
cork. This one's got a real nice wooden topper.
There you go. It's a
Wooden
nice
topper
bottle.
stopper. And this is a nice of all the Dickel bottles. This is actually a really
It's a nice bottle.
Yeah,
I like
looks
a-
nice. Color's nice
Yeah, it's a unique, like, kind of stubby bottle.
A unique New York.
too. Unique New York.
So we're gonna do the
Dickel
pour,
Slickle.
and then we're gonna have Zach do his classic Vanna.
Slickle Dickel. Let's
Then
see
let
it.
everybody see this this bottle.
I got a reputation on the boat last week
for being
every bar I walked by. So we were on a Princess cruise, and for those of you that know or don't know, Princess is doing this new RFID wearable device they call a medallion. And every time you walk by a bar that has the medallion reader, they can see what you're drinking. And I was drinking Buffalo Trace like mad. So there's this one bar that I walked by, and they're like, oh, Brian, double a Buffalo Trace? And I'd be like, yeah,
sure,
why not? My hands are empty.
All right, here we go. Back to Dickel. Ooh, see, again, nice bottle. Perfect focus.
It's pretty.
Yeah, you get the 9-year. You get, look at that. It's good color on that, too. Zach, you want to read us the little blurb?
It's from Cascade Holler. Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. There we go. All right.
Now it's a show.
Top Feed's drinking some Remy Martin VSOP. Very nice. Very nice.
Jesus, wow.
Yeah. Patrick Curry, welcome.
Hey,
All right,
what's up,
Zach, what do we
Patrick?
got on the back of that bottle?
All right, let's see if we have a story or something like that. All right, so Tennessee whiskey. As our whiskey ages and mellows, each barrel imparts its own unique taste and aroma, ensuring that no two are the same. We've hand-selected our most precious, deeply complex barrels at peak periods of maturation to be sold one at a time to our most discerning of customers, meaning the single barrel bottle that you are holding is a truly one-of-a-kind whiskey. So, you know what's kind of interesting about this is when we picked this up, over at Total Wine, this was labeled as a barrel pick. Right, and each individual bottle is actually hand marked as bottle number 167, but 168, and so on.
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice. Just going a little bit into some details. So this is coming in at what, 50.5%?
Are these new mic stands?
Maybe. The mash bill, 84% corn,
I didn't
8%
notice.
rye, and 8% malted barley.
I'm sorry. I go away
Yes.
for 1 week. I come back
We're
to
moving on
a
up.
new laptop.
We're moving on
new
up
mic
in the world.
stands.
We're moving on up.
I saw the new laptop earlier today. It looks
It's
good.
beautiful.
I'm sorry. The mash bill is what?
84 corn, 8 rye, 8 malted barley.
How is this
So-
different than the normal Dickel mash bill?
Well, you're looking at, if you want to go to what, like classic number 8?
Classic number 8.
So classic number 8 was exactly the same. And I
Wow.
think their mash bill is all the same.
Pretty
Oh.
sure their mash bill is exactly the same
good,
straight across.
Good trick question.
It wasn't supposed to be,
Yeah.
though. It was just supposed to be a notice that Dickel has this very high corn mash bill, which we would think would be very sweet, but I don't.
That's
get
what I
a lot-
always think,
I don't get
too.
A lot of sugar in this.
No. Yeah,
No.
yeah. You get a lot of.
It's got an interesting
Mineral-
nose.
yeah.
Let's jump right in.
What was that award that you were just
Uncle
looking? You saw an
Punky,
award
how's it
there. What
going,
was that
bud?
award for '92?
Yeah, that was for the. Which one was
Wait,
that?
which?
We're on
There's
their
two,
website.
Isn't there 2 kinds of 9 years? I feel
Yeah,
like
so they
there's
have
2 kinds
this
of 9
barrel
years.
select, right? So there's a barrel select, and
I believe this
that's
one's
not
the
no. So the barrel select is aged at least 9 years, and then
Single barrel.
Some stores can brand it. So like Total Wine can put their name on it, like selected by.
Is that supposed to be a step up from what we have here?
No, it's exactly the same supposedly as this.
It's marketing.
So, Uncle Punky says, "Welcome back."
Hey, Uncle Punky.
Thanks, Uncle Punky.
Yeah. No, that is our that is the opener for those that haven't seen the opener.
That's the
Those
balls.
are an authentic pair of kangaroo testes from
Whoa.
Australia.
Oh,
So for those
From
that
Australia.
are Mannarino fans, those may have been very close and or in his mouth at one point.
Those were definitely in Greg Mannarino's mouth.
yep.
True
They're
story.
famous.
We have it on video. It's in our
Go
pack.
back and watch
Famous
Go back and
kangaroo
watch it.
balls.
I tried to get him to come over tonight, but
That's all right.
no go. You guys want to get
Yeah,
into the
let's
nose on
jump
this?
into this. So the nose, I get like
I find it off-putting.
it's not that pleasant. It's not welcoming in any manner at all. And what I mean by that
It
is,
smells like paint thinner.
You know,
yeah, it kind of has like an astringency, like
dude, the minerality of Dickel is coming back.
you're getting
for-
that.
Yeah.
Interesting. So Zach's getting some minerality on the nose.
Yeah, this is like the wet rock smell.
Right when you said wet rock,
To me,
I'm getting the exact same thing.
Yeah,
What do they
it's-
call when
Makes
it
the
rains?
hair in my nose tickle, and
Oh, yeah.
I don't like it.
That smell.
It
when
tickles from the
rains.
Dickel.
I have the Dickel tickle. It's the Tennessee Dickler.
Interesting.
And then there's a little nuttiness in the back.
Yeah, I
like
guess
a
I was
peanut
nuttiness.
shell.
Definitely like
Okay,
roasted
yep.
peanuts.
Yeah, if I hold my nose to the very, very edge,
I'm going.
I get that. I get that that peanut.
But the it's funny. The
Peanut
ethanol
shell.
is really strong on this in the nose.
What? Holy peanut brittle bonanza.
Wow. That's better than I thought it was going to be.
And a lot of oak.
Okay.
Lots of oak.
Maybe let's not judge. Let's
But-
get into it because I don't get a lot of.
But lots of
rounds out.
lot of peanut though.
Nutty, real
Yeah.
nutty, but a great finish. At least
Are you saying the Dickel is nutty?
when you get to the end of that Dickel, a lot of nut.
A lot of nut. Oh,
A lot
okay.
of nut at the end of that Dickel.
I think Dickel watches this. They're like, we were going to send these guys a bunch of bottles, and after all these immature comments,
About
usually
nuts,
sell.
nuts and dickles and
They're
tickles.
literally going, how many times have we had to hear this?
Right.
God, how many times?
and for our new friends and viewers out there, welcome to the show. We are not normally like this, but we're children. when it
Wrong.
comes
Well,
to-
the name is
Mom,
Dickel. You
like
you gotta run with
Always
it.
like this.
You gotta run
Welcome
with
to
it.
Every show of this show, this is supposed to be fun.
This is like well, it's a little more
Actually, I think
pronounced with
my
Dickel.
boss might actually be watching this.
Oh,
welcome.
Like, not my immediate boss, but like
Boss's boss, right?
my boss's boss's boss.
Wow. Well,
whoa,
At the
show
highest
if they're
level.
watching.
wawa weewa.
All right.
If you're out there, Steven, welcome.
Oh,
and now you get
welcome.
to see a new side of me.
Yeah.
So let's get into
Drinking
the
Dickel.
nose and taste a little bit. Now, as you all know, our friends out there, we do the 3-sip rule, right? So that first sip is shock to your palate.
Woo!
You gotta get past that. Don't use that as your test.
Hot,
right?
hot, hot.
Your second taste sip,
Getting
you're
better.
getting a little better. You're getting into the swing of things. Your palate's getting used to what. Because think about it, you're taking in alcohol. Immediately, your body wants to reject that, right?
drinking
it's not
poison,
like you're
ladies and
drinking
gentlemen.
poison.
Yeah,
So
concentrated poison.
the second sip, you kind of ease into it. Then by the third, your palate's raring to go, rocking to palate. What? Rocking to palate?
Rocking to
English?
palate.
Anyway,
Hell yeah.
you get that third
Again,
sip.
I take 1 week off.
I know, and it's like
Yeah,
off the
the
rails, off the chain.
So,
Oh yeah, Top Feet says, I bet if you work at Dickel, it gets old after about 3 years, and then by 5 years, it just keeps getting funnier. I'm sure if you worked there,
I bet you it gets
'cause
old after 3 days.
think about who signs your check. You got Dickel signs your check.
And every
Oh,
time
yeah.
you take it down to get it cashed, somebody giggles. They're like,
yeah. You don't really work there, do you?
paid.
Is this
paid
real?
by
Is
the
this
Dickel.
is this a real chick?
Dickel. What does that mean?
You're paid in dickels and nickels.
Dickles and nickels. Got a nickel? Give me some Dickel.
Okay.
So what we say about the 3 taste rule, listen, just because you take 3 sips or tastes of something doesn't mean you're going to like it, right? We just shed that 3 taste rule in a really positive light. We say if you don't like it on the first one, you might like it by the second or third. If you really don't like it by that third taste, it's fair enough for you to be like, no, we're not drinking this. This is bad. This has got some interesting. I think peanut brittle is perfect description of this.
Yeah.
It's got those candy characteristics. Some same candy characteristics that I would place with Blanton's. I always call Blanton's whiskey candy.
It is.
I'm getting a lot of those same tasting characteristics.
Really quick, I want to jump in though because you talk about comparing it to Blanton's a little bit. I would say in regards to sweetness, yes, but not in mellowness. I think that this is very sharp. There is an oak sharpness.
There
if
is.
that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like it's not. To me, it's not very smooth.
It's
think
aggressive.
that it's aggressive.
Well, it hits your tongue real fast, and it doesn't. I mean, like it kind of lingers around, but it's not a good hit though.
Yeah, it's not a good linger, but I don't mean that in a bad way.
I'm gonna fight you on that.
Okay, please do.
I'm going to
Please
fight
do.
you on that. I think that it is really aggressive on the front of the palate. You guys are absolutely right. I think there's an ethanol punch, which we haven't even talked about. The proof on this, 50% alcohol, which
It's
we are
not
never.
that high. We're never usually complaining.
But we always complain about 50%. 50% is not a good number on this show.
You know,
that's a good
Never
point.
like 50.
yeah, like
really
the
don't.
the bottled
Think of
the,
the Jack.
bottled and
Some
bond.
of the old bottle and bond stuff we've had.
Yeah.
like
It's got to
Old
be. It's got
Forester.
to be 51% or 49.
Yeah.
50. We never score good on 50.
Yeah, I'm never a fan of bottled and bond. You know, like it's
Same.
always
I'm
it's just
with
a
you, Zach.
thing. You know.
I don't. If I hear bottle and bond now, I'm kind of like, eh.
Yeah,
Ooh,
yeah.
Gimmick.
Right.
Gimmick. I hear it as a gimmick.
Oh yeah, sounds cool. Sounds cool when you see it. You're like, ooh, bottled and bond.
Bottled and bond,
But if you know about it, you're like, yeah, steer clear.
But real aggressive on the palate.
Yeah.
I think that the finish, the finish and the way it lingers around, that's the part I actually really like. That's the candy. That's the mellow. That's the butterscotchy, honey flavored, hard candy action that I'm getting.
Here's what I'm getting. I'm getting some peanut brittle right on the front. Hits you with peanut brittle bam.
Oh, it's got that peanut.
That wet rock, that first rain smell kind of comes through with the taste.
Yes.
And then I get like a sharp, astringent alcohol, like ethanol bite, which I'm not a fan of. But behind that, if I can get over the hump with that, it's got a little bit of melon, like cantaloupe. I think it has a peanut brittle and cantaloupe, like a fruit melon type flavor. To be honest, I don't want to drink this straight up. I would love to put this into a cocktail. I'd love to put it into an old-fashioned whiskey sour. I think that it has enough aggressiveness to really come through in a mixed drink. But to be honest, personally, this is not going on the nightly sipper.
Is there a mention of cutting this Dickel? Because I got a question. Because to think about it, when we did the apple brandy, it tasted like hell straight out of the bottle, right? But
It did.
I believe that.
You toss an ice cube into it, it completely changes the flavor. It's not super sharp. It doesn't really blow you away when it comes to the concentration of alcohol.
Yeah,
and
the cube.
Yeah, and like those
Yeah, I think this needs a cube.
Yeah, and those flavors will erupt from that.
Dude, you know what would pair well with this? Speaking of apples, a little apple, a little cinnamon, some star anise. I think when you're talking some mixology here and cocktails, I think that I'm thinking that some apple here, some fall time would really go well with this. I think that really lends to this palate. I think, you know what, some summertime punches would go really well with this as well.
Yeah.
Some summertime punch, some lemonades. Like, I know Jack Daniels does their Lynchburg lemonade, but some of those Jack punches and Jack lemonades, I think this would be fantastic with.
Actually, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, this would go good with fruity.
A ginger ale.
Yeah.
Ooh,
A little whiskey ginger.
Yeah.
This could be phenomenal with the right ginger ale.
So I've cut this. It pulls a bit of that aggressiveness away, but the flavors don't change. It actually adds a little bit more oak component, which you guys know me in oak.
Not a fan.
Not really. A fan.
I don't.
Zach, did you just cut it?
I did.
All right, let's get first impressions here as he pours.
I'm gonna cut it with this.
Wait, you're not cut. You
Waterloo.
didn't cut it with the Waterloo, did you?
I did.
Idiots.
Waterloo.
I have more water here, please.
I do too.
Pound that.
I do too. But we're talking about mixing
can't-
it with some,
Yeah.
essence of fruits.
Exactly. You get a little citrus in here, a little lemon lime.
Yeah, it could be a little
Oh.
mixed
Remember, we were
whiskey
talking.
sour. That's like a whiskey sour.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like.
A
So it's lemon
pisco.
lime.
I'm a
pisco
bigger fan
sour.
of a pisco sour. That's where you add egg white.
See, that was a good cut.
I like that
Yeah.
top feed. We can say, Redbeard, come back. He's not with us
Redbeard,
tonight.
come back.
So
He's hanging out with Johnny.
I wanna lose you now.
Redbeard, come
You've been gone.
Okay.
And I just can't drink without you.
As you all can tell, we're ready to go off the rails because it's been a while since we've all been together. So that's
And we're not
where
ready
this
to go
is
off the
coming
rails.
from.
We're
This
just
energy.
excited to be with you.
Top feed says Dissolved Werther's original liqueur. This is not that. I would love to find some Dissolved Werther's original liqueur.
You guys ever watch those really terrible TikTok videos where the guy spins the top off of the mason jar in dramatic fashion and he tries to act like he's some backwoods Cajun kid, but he does that where he takes vodka and he soaks Werther's in vodka for the week and then takes a shot, and then it always ends with, "I think I just discovered the greatest vodka ever." That's great. You guys ever watch those videos?
No.
Yeah, he's a faker though.
No. Don't know what you're talking about. It's off the rails. So,
I kind of want to go back and get my taster
circling
again.
back,
and my smeller.
Man, I really don't like this cut.
I bring a lot to this show. I'm going to tell you. I feel the love.
Can I have one more straight up pour, please? Just
Coming up.
Don't mind.
You want a little dab?
A little dabble.
Dab a Dickel.
Yeah, you want to dab a Dickel?
You want dab a Dickel?
Just a tip.
It'll cost you.
You just want the tip?
It'll cost you a nickel.
little bit.
You said you just want the tip.
Nice and easy, please.
Hey, where's your nickel for that Dickel?
Come on.
Nice and
pour
easy.
it. Waiting here.
Nice
Don't
and
have all
easy, eh?
day, barkeep.
Woo.
That's good, thank you. Just
Give 'em
enough
more.
to
What the whistle?
try
With that
again.
Dickel?
What the Dickel?
What the Dickel with that whistle? Boop, 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 boop.
I don't know, guys. Like, this is so like just kind of mad at me. Like,
Yeah, like
and run of the mill, middle of the road, and it baffles me. And I'll tell you why. This is supposed to be on their higher end series, and I
Right.
think that I loved the 9. I thought the 9 was classic recipe number 9.
We did
I
do
think
a
they
classic recipe number 9.
Yeah, we did.
number 8,
We did an 8.
Sorry,
8,
We did
12.
12.
I am like derpy.
I think we were okay with 12.
8 and 12.
Hi, everybody.
Right.
Welcome to the Barrel Buddies.
No, I did not
I'm
like 8.
James.
Anyway, 12. The
I'm
recipe
JB.
12 was, we thought of like
Oops.
that cowboy whiskey.
Backwards day.
Had some good flavors, a little bit of that classic minerality. That's something I want to talk about, right? Because I think Dickel gets an overall bad rap because everybody thinks of Flintstone vitamins.
All the way through.
I haven't gotten a lot of that. Yeah,
Well-
I mean, people talk about it.
I don't get the Flintstones vitamins per se, but I do get the minerality. I do get the smell of the wet rock, the interpretation of that taste of the wet rock. I've never licked a wet rock before, but
Do you want to?
Make that happen like right now,
a couple of rocks
right in my front yard.
and a
Go outside,
Dickel.
get a rock,
And a
turn
Dickel?
the hose on, let you lick it.
You're like, oh yeah, well, tastes like Dickel. No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
exactly.
I'm joking.
Hey, you know what Dickel tastes like?
Hey, what if we did this? What if we did a luge? A luge.
A Dickel
Where
luge.
Dickel luge.
Zach got on his knees to accept the Dickel.
Oh wow.
And we got
in my
over him.
In my experience, you always get on your knees to accept
So
the
we
Dickel.
get over him, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to get a rock, and he's going to hold it like this, and then we're going to pour the Dickel on the rock into his mouth.
Now I'm going to say, holy shit, it tastes
Right
the
out
same.
Front. We could record that and do a short after this.
Sounds like a TikTok
and
video.
He could tell us what it tastes like.
I'm going to tell you right now.
I'm like, it tastes like.
This
Tastes
is
like-
like my imagination going wild here.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
We
And so-
have
and
gone
so-
off the
no,
rails.
no.
Let's move on to scores.
See, afterwards, I'm going to go, it tastes like more Dickel.
Huh.
Enhanced Dickel.
Wow. Now it tastes like Dickel Original 8. Okay.
Just get into the chat because we've neglected to talk to our
I'm
friends.
sorry. Hello, viewers.
Hi,
Hello, chat.
we already said hi, Uncle Punky. Hal, welcome. I haven't seen you.
Hello, Hal.
Hello,
Hopefully,
Hal.
If you're new, or
Hal,
Wait,
welcome.
hold on. We said it wrong. Hello.
Hello. And he says vodka sucks. That was his chat.
I
Vodka
agree.
We
sucks.
agree, Hal.
Welcome, Hal.
Is Halibot? Sounds like
Obviously,
he's a
the show is nothing without James. I know.
Woo.
Right? Thank you. But BJ and Zach underestimate just how much joy they bring to the internet highbrow drinking. This is true.
highbrow or
I appreciate
wait,
that.
was that highbrow or eyebrow?
And
drinking?
then Top
I
Heat,
got two
his
good
great
ones.
follow-up, Bear
Eyebrow
Grylls would
drinking.
drink Dickel out of elephant's shit.
Oh!
On it.
Wow. I'm pretty sure when you squeeze elephant shit, what you get is Dickel.
Whoa.
tell
No,
you something.
sorry.
Back
I'm
in the
sorry,
day-
Dickel. I'm sorry, Dickel.
Really quick, back in the day in a prior life, there is poosenders.com. I sent a coworker of mine
Don't admit this.
elephant shit in
Don't
the
admit
mail.
this.
This
They're-
was
they're
like
gonna watch this.
This was
They're
like
gonna
20
know.
years ago.
Doesn't
This
matter.
is a long time ago.
And did it show up?
It showed up,
telling stories.
and
We're telling-
they got a bag of duty from FedEx.
Wow. I love
in the
it.
office. So
Okay.
shout out if that friend is watching.
Hey.
She,
Hey,
she,
Ryan Burroughs.
she
Now
knows.
you know who
No,
said
it's
that.
not.
Yeah.
It
Duty
was
friend.
Burroughs, but
Ryan Burroughs' wife.
man, this is making me like hot. Like
Same
I'm getting,
here.
Like a hot flash.
I'm getting a little
That's 'cause-
toasty from it
that's 'cause
too.
You beautiful ladies are going through menopause.
Woo!
The life's changes.
Hot flash. Hot flash.
Let's get to our rating. Nose, as you know, we rate on a 0 to 100 scale for this.
I rate on a 0 to 10 scale.
Anyway,
3 points for the nose, 3 points for the taste, and 3 points for value.
we rate on nose, taste, and value. we veered away from our old scoring system, which used to be up to 10 possible points.
You get a point
Traditionally
for the
9,
bonus
one
buck.
blown away bonus buck. Anyway, we now do 0 to 100 to conform with norms because we're normies.
Tell me if I'm missing something or if I'm discovering something.
What are you discovering?
When you guys go back into the nose, do you get a little bit of melon? Like a hint of like
Is this a joke?
I don't know,
Are you
like
listening to me? What I've been saying
James,
this entire
James, would you please give us
Can
your
I
score?
rewind? Hold on, I'm gonna rewind the show when
No.
I was like, I get a little bit of melon in the back
said
end.
that.
you did. Oh, wow! You know, it's funny. I wasn't even listening. Holy moly!
It's great. I love this. It's exactly what It hit me just like that. I was like, "Whoa, is there melon in this?"
Yeah, because like I was thinking about
That was
it.
good times.
I wasn't even
That was
thinking
good
about
times.
that, but I was. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
That's fun.
My smeller is on.
That's
It's
fun.
definitely got a melon back end, and it's I can't and I just want to say melon in general because cantaloupe, whatever.
Yeah. Honeydew-ish.
Honeydew.
Yeah.
But it's got that melon.
Maybe some
You guys know
cassava.
what it is, whatever.
Little
But
cassava.
it's got an interesting
Yeah.
back
Canary
end.
melon.
But
Canary
again,
melon.
I keep going back to guys.
Gellan melon.
I don't want to drink this straight on its own by itself. That's
Yeah,
end of
no,
story. I'm gonna rate this right now. My nose. I thought the nose on it was kind of meh. The taste kind of meh. Value. I bought this at Total Wine for $60, so it was like $58.99 or somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Not upset with that pricing for a 9-year bourbon, but wasn't super thrilled or blown away. I think it's just kind of middle of the road. I'm going to give this a 68.
68.
Don't hate on the 68.
Don't hate on the
Zach, you give us
68.
your
Zach,
score?
can you go through your rating and explanation, please?
So with the nose, the melon is pleasant. I do like that. But initially, it's funny. I did not smell that. I had to get into it. I had to taste it and then go back and smell again to get the melon. Right off the bat, you get the wet rock, the minerality smell to it. Also, you get a little bit of peanut shell too in the nose. Going into the taste, it's super sharp. It's not the bourbon taste this is Tennessee whiskey. It's not the whiskey taste that I enjoy, where it just coats your tongue, and it's caramelly and that vanilla taste is what I really enjoy. This has like a little hint of caramel, but yeah, just the sharpness and the minerality take over. It does have the smell of the peanut shell does translate into the taste, but I wouldn't want to go back for this. And at $60,
Really quick, before you get to that, would you keep it in your bar?
would I keep it in my bar? I don't know.
means no.
I don't think so.
That means no.
I don't think so.
This is guest
Maybe
whiskey.
to have something different, but I'm not going to go back and I'm not going to seek this out for $60 and put it in my bar. To be honest with you,
So for our friends out there, and I really don't know if we should share this.
This
but
goes
I
in the
think we do.
globe.
We call any whiskey when we have random people over as our friends out there.
it does
Not
look
many of you guys in the
fancy.
chat.
You know,
Here's
it
the
looks
thing.
fancy.
Guest
You have
whiskey.
people come over that they don't know about whiskey, but what is the first thing? And I'm sure a lot of our friends out there can relate to this. You have those rando non-whiskey people, right? But they come over.
Hey, pour me something
and,
good.
hey, pour me something good. Do you have Pappy? Do you have Blanton's? Oh, hey, what's in the glass behind the glass here? Can we have something from there? They
Right.
never go to the shelf. Everybody goes to the top shelf of the glass.
Yeah, because they know the name and they think
Bingo.
higher is better.
So we have a globe, which I'll bring out one of these days. It's like one of those liquor globes that you open up. It's got a bunch of bottles. That's where the guest whiskeys lie, and those are aptly named guest whiskeys,
This-
this
yeah.
would fall under that.
This is a very this is a very fancy guest
I
whiskey.
called it, right?
Yeah, it's a very fancy guest whiskey.
It's
So-
a brilliant guest whiskey because it's an age statement guest whiskey.
Yeah, and it looks cool. It looks cool,
does look
you know.
cool.
And it's I mean
Exact
it's got it's got its individual number on it and everything.
I wouldn't say serve it to your enemy's top.
No,
It's
no,
like,
no.
It's not dog shit.
it's
right?
okay.
I mean,
It's okay.
It's okay. It's okay plus.
Yeah.
I gave it a 68. Zach, what's your totals?
So overall, I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna give it a 65.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think I want a whole lot of this.
65. Okay,
Okay.
Beej, jump in here.
All right, so I'm going to kind of recap everything I've said
Yep.
thus far.
Please
I'm gonna see how this Waterloo tastes with the Dickel.
Delicious.
Yeah.
It's actually better. I think it,
No,
with the
yeah,
pisco sour or
I think it'd be good.
That again, not to jump on the bandwagon. I think this would make a pretty solid cocktail.
Might be a good mixing whiskey.
It
Yeah.
it has some components that stick out, right? I think it's got that. There's some flavors in there that would really help an old fashioned.
Wow.
Whiskey sour, pisco sour.
And that last flavor, did you guys get the flavor of Crenshaw melon?
Okay, please.
I don't even know what that
go-
is.
I mean, yeah, like
What is
that
a Crenshaw
homegrown in
melon?
Crenshaw? I don't know what that means.
Oh, okay.
Melon from
Just go into your
Crenshaw.
room.
So the nose.
I don't know.
The nose.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know. It's all right. Oh, yeah, I don't know. You know.
I deserve that.
Where do you get Crenshaw melon? Where is it from?
No, just let him
from
go into
Crenshaw.
his rating.
From
Stop.
Crenshaw, like the
No,
actual
it's not
town
from
or the street?
Crenshaw.
It's from the Crenshaw Islands.
Oh,
I don't even know what that is.
I've never
Go
been to the
ahead.
Crenshaw Islands.
Okay.
Go
the
on.
The nose is not pleasant. It's not pleasant. I don't like the nose on this. I find it almost offensive.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd give the nose a 1.
Okay.
On the
So 10
flavor,
points.
on the flavor profile, I do like it. I do think that there's some really great peanut brittle. It is aggressive to the point of almost being abrasive. Very,
Yeah.
very aggressive on the front of the palate. But what happens on the back of the palate, again, some of those candy flavors. There is nice peanut brittle, some caramel. Again, like a hard candy. And I think that's really nice. Sugary, sweet, really nice. Those are worth fighting through some of the things that you have to get through to get there, like the nose and that aggressive ethanol punch that never goes away.
I think those candy flavors are like reminiscent of candy, not candy forward. From what I thought,
Okay.
you know, just like because I had
go
the
with
thought,
that.
I had the thought of it, but it didn't blow me away and go, oh yeah,
Right.
it tastes like
You
this.
weren't
you know?
like, OMG, this is melon candy or something.
Exactly,
right.
exactly,
Okay.
yeah.
I'd give the flavor a 2.5 out of 3. $60.
Okay.
I'm gonna get there. Don't worry. I'm
That's
not
fair.
I'm not being obnoxious
No,
on
no.
purpose.
Understood.
I'm being obnoxious on purpose, but not with the intent of being obnoxious.
Got it.
You said $60?
Yeah, I mean, 55 to 60.
All right.
That's the thing, right? Like, we got to remember here, this is a pretty cheap bottle.
It is. So
Right.
when you think about what we normally say, which is $10 per year on an age statement, $90 would be about right for a 9-year
Yeah.
single barrel.
I'll say this. If I paid 90 for this, I'd be very upset.
I would be
buyer's remorse.
very upset. Yes.
Major buyer's remorse.
Buyer's remorse.
Dude.
But $60.
For a Tennessee whiskey,
Again, you're not buying a bourbon. You're buying a Tennessee whiskey.
Yep.
That is different.
distilled and aged in Tennessee.
That's different. And some people are really into Tennessee whiskey.
They are. Hey, there's some amazing up and comers in the Tennessee, in the whole Tennessee
We
community.
can talk about some of that.
Blue
yeah.
Note, Memphis,
Agreed.
shout out.
Agreed.
Love
Agreed.
you. Hashtag
Blue Note.
I think that that's kind of a value, although we always talk
Jack
about
Daniels.
just because it's a value doesn't necessarily mean that it's a value. I would give this.
No, I like that statement.
just because it's a value doesn't mean it's a
mean
value.
that it's a value.
Right.
And it's
Doesn't
true.
mean. I'd give that somewhere in the realm of a 1.5. So I'm talking a 1.5 is a 2.5, plus another 2.5 is a 5. No blown away bonus. Puts me in a 5 out of 10 or a 50 out of 100 category, and I would probably put this somewhere on the general scoring system. And I did it this way, by the way, because I knew I was going to get caught in the trap of going really nice and being like, yeah, I'll give it somewhere.
I did that.
That's where
60,
I highly regret my score right now.
53 out of 100.
53.
I regret my 68 with a passion.
Well, you know what's fun?
Can I retract?
No.
So
You
you
gave it what you gave it, but I'm giving it somewhere in the realm of a 50 to a 50.
I want to
It's
retract
like
my
half,
68
you know?
and give it a 62.
So you know what's funny?
I saw this to me, Dickel. If you're watching, or should you ever go back and watch this, remember, are we professionals? No.
No.
We're enthusiasts, and we're just sharing an opinion.
Opinions, which everybody has their own.
Right.
Right.
It's nothing mean. I'm just giving you some honest feedback based on my palate. I don't go out and look for Dickel. I'm really glad we did go out and look for this. I'm really glad we tried
No, I mean,
this.
because it's a classic name, right?
But if I saw this at the bar, now that I've had this, I would see this, and whoever was curating that whiskey collection, I would see that not so much as a person who put that into the bar or into the collection with the intent and purpose of, hey, I think you should try this, or hey, I think this adds value to my collection. I would see it as, I put this in there because I needed something that said, well, I guess I better put it there. And I think that this doesn't add value from a collector's or a taster's profile so much as I do from it's a name, it's a brand, and it is what it is. And that's just my opinion. I wouldn't go seek this out and put this in my bar. I don't think that it adds a value to my collection, and I don't see it adding value to anybody else's collection.
Preach.
Just my opinion.
Yeah, I mean,
he's absolutely right.
Yeah, the only time that you would have somebody that would call a Dickel or call for a Dickel would be like a Dickel enthusiast.
Maybe
somebody that really likes that flavor. Some people like it.
Zach, I think we're on the same wavelength tonight. I think if somebody likes that flavor, right, you get the peanut brittle, the astringency, the oakiness, a little bit of melon, a little bit of caramel. Some people are calling it caramel, vanilla, butterscotch, what have you. That's very faint in the back end.
Yeah, it's reminiscent of it.
It's unique in that aspect. It's kind of like, let's think of maybe like a peanutty cocktail, or
it really is more like it's really more of the corn syrup candy flavor.
Yeah,
I'm not going to even let you call it vanilla or caramel. It's really corn syrup candy. That's what that is.
Yeah, it's faint. I would say maybe not faint, but like it's not in your face, and it's not covering your tongue.
All rules of the Barrel Buddies, I am adjusting my score down to a 62.
Sure.
And I just want to shave 5 points off because I think you guys have brought up some awesome points, and I am more so in agreement with what you're saying, which is the reason why I want to bring it down, because we have such a disparity, I think, in the ratings, and I think I was a little soft on this. I think I love everything both of you are saying.
I think we're still getting used to the rating system, because like when we first started with Dickel, the 8, the 12, and then also the Bottle and Bond, I think I was like in the 80s with those, and I think I was being
a lot of 80s, and you think of 80s is like a B, middle of the road.
Yeah, and I was being a little overscoring.
There's a hybrid, right? If we go to our original scoring system, and then you give it an out of 100 score, I think you're going to find
a 3.
You're
if
really
going
really
back
close.
to our original score.
Then you might be giving it really a 30 out of 100. Then I don't think you're scoring correctly on the original score system.
So nose 1.
Okay.
Taste, go 1.5, 2. I think the taste is not terrible.
Okay.
But then value, 2.
There you go. So it doesn't get a 3.
Yeah. It
so how does that?
To a 5.
So how does that math translate?
I'm okay
then?
with that. So then I'm okay. I'm feeling more comfortable
in
my 62, my revised rating.
Oh,
and
I
you
see.
might add a couple of points here and there.
I get it. So like if you gave it all 3s, you're in the 90 plus.
Right,
you'd be like at 90%.
These guys don't want to watch us discuss the inner workings of the Barrel Buddies.
But I'm getting it.
Let's go. Hold on. Quick recap of the scores. 62 for James. BJ.
53.
Zach.
60.
There you go. I'd say, what's that weighted? We're at about a 58. 59 weighted.
Okay.
Sure. Get into the chat. So, anyways, before I get to the chat, there you guys have it. That sums up our review of Dickel.
That's Dickel 9 year.
That's Dickel 9 year. So there you go. I think after this, we're going to start going a little off the rails. So for those that just tuning in to watch the Dickel review,
Tune
we're kind
in.
of over it. So if you're a YouTube random just passerby, goodbye. You probably don't want to hang around. But if you want to stay,
wrong.
Please
do to hang out for whatever this is. Don't go away. Get to know us.
Let's get to the chat.
Ask us some questions.
Let's get to the chat here. I haven't read it yet, but we've seen some scrolling. Let's see here. Hal's chiming in.
Hello,
He says he has a
Hello,
Dickel 15 that was around 60 to 70 bucks, 50.4 ABV. He says it's decent. He just tried it again. Nose is good, taste is good. But I'd take adding another bottle of Rare Breed to the stash over this.
Wow. Okay.
Do the same thing.
Dude, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my go-tos.
Rare Breed's in my top 10.
Oh, hell yeah.
Rare Breed is in my top 10. It gets a lot of...
You could never go wrong with that.
Overlooked.
50
It's
bucks
so
now, 40,
good.
50.
Oh, it's insane.
It's
Dude,
insane.
dude.
It's so good.
Before like the big whiskey hike, $42.
Yeah.
And I remember the first time that we did the Wild Turkey show, right?
Wild Turkey 101.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Great pantry whiskey. Good whiskey to just have around.
Yeah, and we had the Rare Breed to go along with it. I was like, holy shit, this is my new favorite whiskey.
Exactly. Like when we...
My new favorite bourbon.
When we first sat down, and we all kind of like talked about it, right? But when we first sat down and reviewed it and analyzed it, we were like, whoa, this is like a diamond in the rough.
Oh, insane that nobody knows about. I mean, I'm surprised that it's...
Wild
50 bucks.
Turkey,
It hasn't been- I'm surprised it hasn't gone like Blanton's, where people are
that's
freaking
knock on
scooping it
wood
up.
here, right?
keep
Or
it-
maybe we
Let's keep it-
shouldn't say that.
Yeah, let's keep it quiet for a little while, huh?
Back to the chat. Bullish Brown, welcome. And he says there are some overly expensive vodkas that suck bad. Let me tell you something about vodkas. From what I know about vodkas, the goal is to create something tasteless. You want a tasteless
Distilled spirit.
distilled spirit.
Drinks like water.
So all these crazy brands and all this like, oh, it's distilled through diamonds and distilled through gold, and you're like,
So what?
Okay, your end goal is a tasteless product.
I
good.
got one, thanks.
So it's like,
You know what you should do? Go to
Why?
Costco and buy their high-end $28 liter bottle.
Kirkland liter.
And then you buy
1,000
a
mLs.
Brita filter, and then you Brita filter that 3 times, and you're gonna have some of the best vodka you've ever had.
Hey, I'm going to tell you guys right now, I was just
Gross.
introduced to some Ukrainian vodka, and I forgot what the brand was.
It
I'll
doesn't
have to
matter.
look
We're
it
not a
up.
vodka show.
But anyways, we're not a vodka show, but I thought it was really good for what it is. We're not vodka. I can't
What else?
rate it.
What else we got?
That's really it.
What up, Bullish Brown?
Yeah,
welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show. That's really all we had. And he said, I would rather get a single malt scotch for $60. Preach, brother. I would too.
Hold on. You know, Hal says a good thing about the Bottled and Bond 13 year.
I didn't
so
catch that.
we went back and watched. So go back and watch the show if you were part of that show or if you were there. Great. Thank you for watching it. If you haven't watched it, we did do the 2007 Spring Distillation 13-year Bottled and Bond Dickel.
Oh, we did, yeah.
And we did actually kind of like that. That actually got greater scores.
Yeah.
I would drink that over this.
Hands down, agree with you. Hands
I
down.
like that better than this.
Hands down, I want
And again,
that
I
13.
don't like a Bottled and Bond. I don't like that 50%.
Here's what worries me. The next and final Dickel bottle is
The
a
15.
15-year. I'm very worried about that.
I'm not, though,
I think
because
it's going to go
Hal
down.
just wrote that he thought it was decent, and so that gives me some hope.
Okay.
That gives me some hope.
And here's the problem. With the bourbon hype train right now and the bourbon hypiness and taters, it's hard to find. Like, I've already sent Zach and some of my other mules out there to go, like, try to find it. Nobody's coming back to me with they found it. So I'm going to have to go on the hunt this weekend. I'm going to be down in SoCal, down in Temecula, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Good for you. That's great.
But I'm going to hit up
Ed.
some stores in SoCal.
Ed, Jimmy's going to be down in Temecula this weekend.
I'll be down in Temecula.
Head to head.
Yeah, so anyway, that's really what I have. So why don't we jump? Do you have a clean glass?
I think we're going to end the show, and we're going to jump into some Beer
wanna-
Buddies After Dark.
All right, so we're going to close out the show, guys. But for you that are watching, you need to queue up, just refresh the page. We're going to go live again.
Are we?
We're going to go live again.
No, I want to shut the show down.
Oh,
and
you want to shut the show down?
we're done.
You don't want to
we got catch up to have.
What does the chat want? We got a few people in the chat. What do they want us to stick around? We'll give him a
want
minute.
food. We
All right,
want
that's
food.
fair. That's fair. And I do have an empty glass, so I'm kind of a little Jones in here. I'm like shaking, like
You got the shakes?
I have
Yeah.
a tick.
Hey, I can give you another.
No, I don't.
Oh yeah,
Another
let's.
tick a dick.
There you go. Tick a dick.
Wow.
Fill 'em up.
Wow. We're gonna end the show.
The Dickel, the Dickel jokes never end.
We have some catching up to do, guys. We haven't
We
seen
do.
each other in like a couple weeks, so. For the Barrel Buddies, I'm James.
I'm Zach.
And I'm BJ. It's been wonderful having you back. We'll see you next